legs crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear quick, ready for its ear. Craving that raining rain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, and tell you what, today I'm wearing my Dale City Eagles shirt that my guy, Coach Lenny Hackett of the state champion Dale City Eagles, gave me when we went to do his show, which of course we're going to start back in, going to different high schools or talking to different high school coaches every Monday in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to start, Mondays are going to be for our high school kids, talking about high school football and basketball, and then of course talking about NFL and NBA, or excuse me, NFL too as well. Today's show, we're going to start out talking about Dale City and what happened at Choctaw High School with the Choctaw Yellow Jackets against the Dale City Eagles this past Friday night. Of course, I found out about it Saturday morning when I was at Santa Fe Family Life Center during we had a tournament. Fadeaway Hoops was in this weekend, Dominic Stevens tournament. And they were telling me about the young man, the 16-year-old kid who had got killed, who died because of senseless violence. A couple of those people were there in attendance, and they were telling me basically what happened. You know, how they were there, and there was no, no pat downs, no metal detectors or anything like that. And if you've been to a Thunder game, you know you got to go through the metal detector, and then if you go off, you're going to go through a pat down. So they did not feel comfortable and was like, hey, man, we need to get out of here. You know, they didn't pat anybody down. You know, kids are walking around, and like at the more of the, the Dale City, Midwest City games or the Putnam City games, even McGinnis games, you know, kids aren't walking around in groups. You're sitting down watching the game. Now, there are other little younger kids who are rolling around because, you know, they're there to hang out with their friends and stuff like that. So they are there. But for the most part, you know, you're not running around. And it's just sad that this had to happen. I mean, when you look at all the different shootings that have happened across America, the Martin Luther King Jr., the parade that happened in Boston, Caribbean parade, Caribbean, however you want to say it. I say Caribbean parade. You know, some people were shot there. Jacksonville, a guy goes into a store and just kills people. And of course Florida passes you can just go buy, anybody can buy a gun, which is the absolute stupidest rule in Florida you could ever have with all the crazy. You're going to pass a law that anybody can buy a gun without any background check, without anything. You can just go buy a gun and have a gun. To me, I don't know what America is coming to. It's definitely not great again. I can promise you America's not great again. And it's just sad to me because of the simple fact that these people who don't need to have guns. Gun people, if you want to access a gun, you can access a gun. But at least make it difficult for them to access guns. Don't make it easy for somebody. And if you are a person who gets inconvenienced because you have to go through a background check before you buy an AR or whatever, okay. Think about all the people that are going to survive a shooting because you, even though you're being inconvenienced, are going to possibly save some lives down the road. How does that bother you? And it's just sad to me because these people are stuck in their ways about I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. Well, it's not about you, it's about the other crazies. You may be the normal person. But let's try to protect everybody, including yourself, from the crazies, the people who have mental issues. But when it comes to young kids, they don't care. We don't have, I was talking to somebody the other day. We were talking about how great it was back in the day when the Thunder were playing in the playoffs. Where Thunder Alley. I mean, when we park at the Cox, then you have to walk across the street. Well, when you had all the people just standing outside who couldn't get tickets, they were packed right there so they could watch the game on the gigantic screen that's up against Paycom. And it was kind of cool because, they had all these things, bouncy deal for the kids, shoot games, all this fun stuff for people to do that could not go to the game, but yet could enjoy the atmosphere of being outside the arena to celebrate the Thunder. Some idiot kid fires a gun in Bricktown, ends that. Now you got, at Putnam City, when you go to games, they have these metal detectors that, see through anything that can, if anything looks like a gun, boom, it's gone. And it's sad that we as people have to deal with that. But on the other side, I'm okay with that if it makes me safe. I'm okay with that if I got to go what I got to go through an airport to be safe. Is it inconvenience? Yes. Is it a pain in my butt? Yes. But the fact that I could do that and be safe, I'm okay with some inconvenience. And those of you who griping about guns, you should be okay with the inconvenience for everyone to be safe, including possibly your kids. I would hate for your kids to be a part of something bad happening to your child because your idiotic self don't want to go through the process of what it takes to go through a gun that's pain in the butt. So, anyway, I'm joined by my guy, Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com. And
yeah, it's game week, baby.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying it just pisses me off that these kids are dying for no reason because of idiotic stuff. It's idiotic to me. This young man who passed away in the game the other day has a girlfriend that's 5 months pregnant. This guy's he's never going to see his kid. His kid's never going to know who his father is because some idiot walks in a game with a gun and decides to start shooting.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Drew.
It's really crazy. That was a little close to home because Amelia was supposed to be there at 8:30 a.m. in the morning at Choctaw High School for cheerleading. I know it wasn't that night, but I tell you what. But
still.
That's real close to home.
Yeah, well, my friends who were at the game, Drew, one of them was like, hey, man, telling the other ones, hey, man, let's just go, man. This doesn't feel right. They didn't pat people down. People are walking around. I got a bad feeling. Let's get out of here. And they were walking towards the tennis courts where the shots went off. And he's like, man, wait, hold on. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. Because, Choctaw back to the city is not that's not a short drive. So you're going to go to the bathroom, go ahead and get it out of the way. Yeah, go ahead and get out of the way. And he goes, as soon as he comes out of the bathroom, 10 seconds later, exactly where they would have been standing, that's where the shots went off. And you talk about somebody watching, somebody having your back.
Yeah, but, it's just really crazy, man.
But I was just talking about the dude in Florida.
McBride's sister's daughter she's a cheerleader for Choctaw. She was on the sidelines.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So we talked to her a little bit yesterday, and everything's fine. Everybody's pretty rattled and shook up.
Yep.
She was cheering for Choctaw on the sidelines.
Well, Drew, that's what I was saying. What is coming to protect our kids to go to a damn game. A game. Okay? Yeah. A sporting event. It's a high school game, really. And my understanding is the kids that the kid that was doing the shooting, he didn't even go to Dale City or Choctaw.
Just vagrants.
It's just, man. So anyway, I was talking about Florida and how they passed a law where anybody can buy a gun. Because these guys don't want to go through the process of buying a gun. Dude, your inconvenience saves somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Is it so bad that you got to wait 3 days to get a gun, an AR or whatever? Do you have to have it right that minute? Can you not wait a couple days?
Yeah.
I don't. Can you help me with that, Drew? Can you help me understand?
Everybody should be able to have a gun, but I do also agree that you got to be able to pass background check. You need to make sure that you got your faculties about yourself, and if you need it right that second, then you don't need it.
You know, it ain't that important, is it? But you know what,
Right.
Drew? You can go to a gun show and pick up
yeah.
gun. My thing is this: I do understand the fact if you want to go get a gun, if I want to go get a gun, I know where I can make a few phone calls and get a damn gun.
Sure.
You know, if you really want to go get a gun, you can go get a gun. I get that.
Yep.
But at least on the other side of it,
At least
legally,
make it sort of difficult.
yeah, make it difficult at least. And so, you know, and I just hope all these people who aren't against, who don't want to wait and against it, I hope that nobody ever goes to their kid's school with a gun that was bought illegally.
It sounded like one of the guys was a grown man that was doing something.
Well,
right?
one of the men who was there, the guy started shooting. He pulls out his gun that is registered, by the way, and starts firing back. And he got hit, by the way. But what the hell are you doing? My thing is this: why do you have a gun at a game? I guess that was why.
I don't know what the rules are at high school football games, but Oklahoma's open carry.
Yeah, but Drew, you can't come into a sporting event like at our gym. It has straight up throughout there. You can have no firearms on the perimeter. Oh my God, I can't even think of what the name of the word is. I'm trying to think of
perimeter.
Well, it's not perimeter, but premises.
On the premises.
On the premises. But, you know, like if you go to a high school basketball game in Putnam City, they have those deals that actually circle you, and if you have anything that looks like a weapon, boom, they take it away from you. So
I think the days of being able to walk into a football game and you're gonna have metal detectors and all that stuff. I'm kind of shocked that they don't.
Well, but you know the thing is this: I was telling those people we were talking about it Saturday morning. It's Choctaw. Why the hell is it? They're not thinking somebody's gonna bring a gun. It's right. Choctaw. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, you know, you are playing Dale City, and even though the kid was not from Dale City that did it, you know, you still got to watch out, and it's sad. I'm not trying to put a label on things, but at the same time, you know, we live in a day and age where, man, you got to lock your school down. I was talking to a teacher the other day, and she said, you know, she has a gun. She has a carry permit. She has a gun. She goes, I went out and I got a gun, and I went out and I, you know, took shooting lessons, so I know how to use this gun. I just didn't want to just grab, you know, I want to know how to use it.
Sure. Responsible gun.
Yes. And she says it's sad that I feel like to protect my little kids, I have to have a gun.
Yep.
It's just, and like your daughter Amelia, I mean, I can't even imagine what you, Rick, me. Sorry, man. Got a little upset there. But anyway, I just think
close to home. You know, we had to be really careful about what we told her, and you know, we don't want her to be terrified to go cheer on the sidelines, right? And so we just said there was an accident, and then of course, you know, everybody talked, so that didn't last very long.
Yeah, that didn't last. You got to tell them the truth because they're gonna know.
So I was like, you know, but I don't want her to be, you know, so scared that she won't go, you know, she doesn't want to stand on the sidelines, not enjoying being a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like when the Thunder building a new facility. We're talking about them building a nice little fan area where, you know, people can enjoy the game. And Drew, to me, it's like, okay, you know, you got to have extra security. You got to go through a deal just to be able to sit and enjoy a freaking game because of one little idiot. But these people, these young guys, man, Drew, they don't have any. They don't care, man. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about anything, man.
Something is, you know, there's been something that has just clicked inside this generation's head and you know, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it doesn't seem like there's an end. You know, it's like every week, and everybody's kind of numb to it, honestly, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear about it, and you hear about it once every, you know, year.
Yeah, or whenever.
Once every week.
But during school, though, it happens quite, you know, you might hear it 3 or 4 times a year during school season.
Sure.
But like my thing is
this. You always think, you know, to yourself, oh, no, it won't happen to me. Mm-hmm. I'm insulated from that. Well, we're not.
No, we're not. You know.
It was right there. And
it's just
was a little older or, you know, she'd been there.
Yeah, but, you know, it's just like, to me, it's, I get a pain. It's a pain in the butt to me to go through the metal detectors at Thunder games or wherever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it's a part of the process. I'm going through the metal, whatever. You know, I ain't got
a pretty good system, man. It goes pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't have a gun. And
Right.
I know it gets mad when, like I'll have my key or I have something in my pocket and it'll go off and I'm like, damn it, I forgot that was there, whatever. But for
Right.
the most part, I'm trying to go in there and yell at the other team. I'm not trying to go shoot the other team. I'm not trying to
You're
shoot
trying to go
anybody
in
on
there and
our
yell at
team.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I would definitely. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna pull me into that trap. But yesterday though, in World Cup scores, USA beat Greece 109-81, Canada 128-17 over 73 over Lebanon, Australia and Germany, which was a great game between between Josh Giddey and Dennis. Oh God, what is Dennis's last name? To play for the
Dennis
Lakers,
Schrader.
Schroeder. And then Latvia beat France 88. Latvia beat France 88-65. So, I did get to watch Josh, and he was pretty dominant down the stretch. Drew, he was taking him off the dribble.
Has he got? I'll be honest, man. I've watched maybe 30 minutes of that whole tournament. I've been doing other things, but has he gotten bigger? Has Giddy gotten bit on weight?
He looks bigger. He looks thicker. Yes.
Yeah.
But dude, when he decides I'm going to the basket, he dunked on somebody, Drew. 2-hand dunk baseline. I was like, dude, who the hell are you? But this is his third year coming into the league, and I think he's making that jump. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like SGA made that jump last year in his third year. So I think Josh is making that finally, or fourth year. So Josh is making that jump, and
What is Giddy? 6'7"?
6'7", yeah, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", yeah,
I
long
mean,
arms, long arms.
he puts
So
on some weight. He's going to be tough.
yeah, and I was on the understanding that Poku has put on some weight too, which I'm
He
like
just
okay
needs to
with.
figure out how to shoot.
Yeah, but before he got hurt, Drew, he was playing pretty good last year. Yeah, so in the World Cup standings, the USA, of course, is in first place over Greece, which is their main competition. So they're going to have an easy game. They play Jordan next, so they're gonna beat the brakes off Jordan. So
Mm-hmm.
we already know that's going to happen. And then of course Australia, they've got to win. They lost to Germany, so they've got to play Japan. So they've got to beat Japan in order to finish second in their group, or hope Finland beats Germany, which is not going to happen. So, but
Right.
anyway, that group right there. So we'll see what happens in the next. So they should finish second. And then I did watch the kid from South Sudan, the young kid. I did watch him, Drew, and
How was that?
he's 7'1". He's not bad, Drew. He can move, he can shoot, blah. He's not bad, but he's 16.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks 16, but he's not overly bad. I was pretty impressed watching a 16-year-old play against grown men, and he didn't get pushed around as bad as I thought he would have gotten pushed around, but he did play pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the 16-year-old. He pretty much held his own, but when you get to the league, that's a whole different that's a different story
Right.
coming over here playing. So, and then of course in Thunder news, the SGA had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in their blowout win. But he only played 17 minutes. He didn't play a whole lot. Dort did not play at all, so he had 0 stats. Giddey had 17, 1 rebound, and 3 assists, but he was in full attack mode. And I think he scored the last 6 or 8 points for Australia going down the stretch. So I was really, really impressed with him. And of course, Jack White, 2 rebounds, no points. I don't really understand that whole deal. I don't understand the whole trade for Jack White. Maybe I'll see something later. And then
I
Davis.
don't even know who Jack White is.
Jack White is the guy. He played at Duke. Played for Denver last year.
Jack White at Duke.
Yeah, he played for Duke.
much?
He played a lot at Duke, and he played quite a bit of minutes for Denver last year when they won the championship. But
I don't know why. I just can't picture him.
there's nothing to
The
picture.
big guy?
Drew. No, there's nothing to picture, Drew.
Is he big?
Six,
Is he tall?
6'7", 6'8"ish. Typical Thunder
He
size
must
player.
not be that good. I don't know who the hell he is.
Well, he's a role player, is what he is. He's 10, 11, 12 off the bench type guy, is what he is. Come on,
Sounds like a dookie.
Yeah, that's about what he is. So, and then
About
of
what they do
course,
10, 11, 12 off the bench.
yeah, and then of course on February 8th, 2024, which we were going to talk about Friday before I lost all the power on my phone. My phone
Yeah.
died, and that was the end of that. That was the end
And
of.
Nathan and I just kept talking for
Yeah.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was done, bro. I was sitting there looking at it. I was trying to find a plug. They didn't have a plug for me to plug my phone in. It was, man, I'm like, man, y'all should have a plug or something over here. But anyway, Kobe Bryant and Gianna, his daughter, they are doing the statue, and they have all the names of the people who died, Drew, on the front of the statue at the bottom of it. And the statue looks pretty cool. It's Kobe with
I
his
haven't
arm
seen
around
it.
it. It's the Kobe with his arm around his daughter. And the guy that did the original one, he made a smaller one that they put at the crash site. And
And,
so,
and the big one's going in front of Staples.
yeah, the big one's going in front of the crypt.
Wow.
Crypto, yeah, crypto. But it's pretty cool. It's Kobe with number 24 on, smiling down at his daughter. She's looking up, has her hand on her dad with the basketball in her hand.
But does he get more than one statue? Does he get that one? And
Well, I
then does he
think
get
I
an
think
action statue?
this is the one he gets.
Wow. Well, I'd like to have an action statue too.
Yeah, the one that everybody thought he was going to do was the one of him fading away, and he
Yeah.
had 8 on the front, 24 on the
Yeah.
back. That's the one that they were, I think, the original one they were going to get, but because of the tragedy that happened and the way that he loved his daughter, they thought it would be more appropriate to have him with his daughter there because he loved her, and then everybody else that died in the plane crash right there.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I just would have been nice to have seen an action statue too.
Yeah, I think it was more of him being a girl dad
Mm-hmm.
than it is him being Kobe was so much more than a player. I think that's what what it's saying, that being a father to him meant more than anything else. I think that's what it was saying. But anyway, they're putting the statue up February 2024. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Hopefully they do it against the Clippers.
Yeah, who do they have? We should look on their schedule and look it up and see who they're playing. Well, they're going to be in their new arena, though, aren't they, Drew? The Clippers, the old Staples.
It would be a Laker home game, obviously.
Oh my God, you just can't stop, can you? You're just not going to let it go, are you? And then, of course, in NBA news, track star Noah Lyles questioned NBA players referring to themselves as world champions. He says more like champions of the United States because he just won his third world championship in the 200 meters. And it's like, really, bro? Are you serious? I mean, the NBA players, they are world champions. There's no other team that's going to beat whoever's.
It's probably the most inclusive sport for people that play overseas and different countries that actually get to play it. American professional sport. I don't think it's probably it is.
Yep, it is, because soccer is becoming that way where more and more Americans are going overseas.
Well, but soccer is not an American sport.
No, it's not.
So I'm just saying, for as far as American professional sports.
Yes, I agree.
Basketball is by far the most inclusive.
Well, let me see. The last 4 or 5 MVPs are European.
Yep.
So
that tells you everything you need to know.
Yep, it's getting there. And then the question is, LeBron's influence over rosters, does that make you mad? Would that make you maddening if you were a player? That if you cross him, you could be off the team. Would that bother you?
A bit, but it is what it is. It's the same way with Jordan. It's been that way forever.
Yeah.
Look at Jordan and the Bad Boys and the old Tim Duncans and if you didn't get along with the best player, probably weren't going to be on the team.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
I think LeBron just garners more attention and pisses everybody off. So
yeah, but LeBron does more than Jordan did and those guys did as far as getting me. This is who I want.
Right.
Because let's face it, they had a great team, and he wanted Carmelo, and he wanted Russell.
Yeah,
and
you
he
put
blew the
Buddy Hield. You put Buddy Hield on that team with
what they already had.
yeah, with Turner.
And they had
And
what's our boy's name that plays at the Bulls
yeah,
that played for
DeMar
Toronto forever,
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, along with him and Anthony Davis, and what they had, Kyle Kuzma and all those guys. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! But LeBron, his arrogance. Let me get my boys a ring. Let me get Russell a ring. Let me get Carmelo a ring. Yeah, no, you ain't the man. Now, when he was 25, he may have been able to pull that off. Maybe 30, he may be able to pull that off. But as old as he is now, he could not pull that off. So that was kind of the end of that to me. So, but anyway, the question of the day, Drew, we're going to do that, and then we're going to take a quick break and then come back and answer the question, and then do your picks, which were on point Friday like a mother. God dang, man.
Yeah.
God dang. I was sitting there
That was
going,
nice.
yeah, I'm sitting there watching that first game. I was wondering, dude, what the hell was UTEP doing? What was that coach doing? Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it. I was mad. I was mad that I didn't get the board sweep with USC. They freaking their defense is terrible. Again.
They're terrible, dude.
Yeah, I should have got the board sweep there. They scored 56 points and don't cover. I mean, give up damn near 30 points to freaking San Jose.
Yeah, especially they picked up that third and what was it, 20 whatever it was, the quarterback runs for 20-something
How
yards.
nice was Notre Dame under? That was beautiful.
Dude, that was nice. Dude, they were you were right on point with that. They were all business, bro.
Yeah, they did. They came out and beat the crap out of them. That quarterback's for real. That kid from Wake Forest, he can go. They're going to be legit.
You know what they say, if you put some players around people, they
Mm-hmm.
there might be a
Now,
quarterback
that's the
gives the
same
players.
guy that went crazy last year, remember? Remember last year and he had all the mental issues?
Oh, was that him?
Out? Yeah, same guy. And we were all like, man, if they get him, if he get on his Zoloft, they'll be going to be good. And he just kept, remember, he kept sitting out because of mental issues.
Yeah, I know it's not funny. I mean, people have mental issues. It's not funny, but
he's really good.
Yeah, he's really good, dude.
When
really
he wants
good.
to turn it on, that kid's got a rifle. He can run a little bit. They're going to be tough.
Yeah, they are. So we'll come back and talk about that. But should Spain's president, Drew, this is the question today, should Spain's president of Soccer Federation resign after kissing Jenny Hermoso on the lips? I don't know if you saw that, but right after they won the deal, when he put the medal on top, he grabbed her by the face and kissed her on the lips. I was like, did you
well,
just
they are
kiss
a little
her?
more affectionate overseas.
Yeah, but dude, do you grab somebody? I mean, I was.
No.
Yeah, I was like, wow. She was not happy at all. She's like, what the hell are you doing? I don't know you. You come in doing that. Yeah, to me, that was way, way across the line. But we'll come back and talk about that. I want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. If you have any needs for computers, software to be written, website design, or anything to help your office run smoother, as well as network creation, upgrading, they are the people to talk to over there. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, our guy Mark Long is back from his vacation, and he might
turn off.
Yeah, he might need a vacation from his vacation coming back from Mexico for 8 days.
Take one coming back from Mexico.
Yeah, you need a couple days, don't you, Drew, to catch back up.
Staycation from the vacation.
And then Oak Grove Trucking, our guy Jose Fierro.
Jose?
He is the dude for rocks and dirt to be moved. We haven't seen him because he's been busy working his butt off.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
My guys are actually getting to do something today.
Yeah.
Not 112.
Greg and Max Nafee at NAFCO, we appreciate their support. And then YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank makes things happen.
Yes, they are. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and proud sponsor for us to go out and support minority, women, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into their locations at the main bank 401 Elm, which we will be at Thursday before the Route 66 Rock. What did they call it? Rocking the Route?
Week, right?
No, that's this Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday, yeah. The Rocking the Root, I think is what it's called. But anyway, it's
Rock the root.
yeah. I'll get some more information and we'll promote that thing a little bit. They're expecting 10,000 people, but I'm gonna be up in the commander's office, sitting on the ledge, watching it for like I did.
Who's playing at Rock the Root? Do we know?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get the information and we'll post about that tomorrow. So and of course our YNB guy Nathan Taylor's not on to tell us what the hell's going on there in Yukon, but whatever.
He's working on a spread. He's working on a spreadsheet.
Oh, is he?
You know,
Oh, is that what he's doing?
getting all his bets in and his picks and working out his J Will spreadsheet.
That's hilarious. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and Yukon Parkway. And then YNB Mustang. Ace Lee, the mailman, he just has the bar. He scares the hell out of the mailman every time he barks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
My dogs just did the same thing. I walked in the door and they Rocky ran out the damn garage door after Mel.
Oh. Scared the hell out of him, I'm sure. Of course, YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road, YNB Parkway, Garth Brooks Boulevard, and I-40, and then, of course, YNB Peoples, which is on 23rd between MacArthur and he is just, I'm glad that man, he already put his head through, he just broke another thing. He would put his head through the window pane again. Like I'm gonna knock that dog out, man. Breaking window panes, it's just ridiculous.
What they do?
Yep, and then of course they do, and then DT Construction and Consulting.
DT Construction can come over and fix that door for you.
That's a window. It's just a window pane.
That too.
Yeah,
Windows, doors.
It's just a window pane.
Doors, lighting.
Well, actually, I need to come over and give me a quote on my my painting of my stuff. DT Construction.
I got a nice little paint crew too. They do it all. They do exterior and interior.
Yeah.
We got that dialed in. I got them working over in Yukon actually today. They finally could get a day where it's not so freaking hot and the paint doesn't dry in 4 seconds.
Yep, it's nice. It's gonna be nice out there. DT Construction, 405-209-4051. You're all everything construction and consulting business. You can email them at dtconstruction2015@outlook.com. That's dtconstruction2015@outlook.com. Or call Drew at 405-209-4051. They're respectful, local, and loyal, which means he answers his damn phone if you call him. That's what that means.
I'm available. Let's do it.
Yep. So, but back to our question of the day. To me, I think it was very inappropriate. And he says he's not going to resign, but for me, you don't grab some young lady that you don't know.
He's not. The Spaniards aren't going to make him resign.
No, they're not.
The soccer organization damn sure fine him or suspend him.
Well, FIFA's definitely not going to. They're definitely not going to do anything. They don't care. They are a sexist. They don't care, dude. The men run the world over there.
That Netflix show on FIFA.
Yes, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a criminal organization.
They don't care, Drew. They really don't. Ain't nothing. Hey, look, long as that guy is making them money, they don't care. And it's just sad that they won their first World Cup, and this is what we're talking about. Instead of them winning the World Cup, is this idiot male kissing one of the females on the lips. So.
Sound like pulled a Joe Namath.
Yeah, it was. Oh God, can you remember when he did that? Oh my God, was that Jenny? What was Jenny's name?
What's her name?
It was Susie Colbert. That's what it was. Susie Colbert.
Oh, Namath was hammered.
Oh, he was hammered, dude. Hammered. But you still can't.
If I was Joe Namath, I'd probably be hammered all the time too.
But that was embarrassing what he did. He embarrassed his family. He embarrassed himself. He embarrassed her, and she handled it really well too.
Well, I think he actually went to rehab after that. For a while.
I don't think he drinks since then.
I would. Yeah.
I mean, he embarrassed himself pretty bad, Drew. That was pretty bad what he did. I mean, the whole thing is, you have daughters. I promise you, if somebody said something to one of your girls, good God.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't know who I'd be more worried about, you or Paw, because he is definitely off his damn mind.
Pawpaw's got zero tolerance. His GAS level is low.
Yeah, there's no question about that. There's no question. He's still a product of the 60s and 70s. There's no doubt about that, bro. Oh my God. But Speaking of that, Drew, last weekend, like I said, you were on fire, bro. It
Oh
was
yeah,
ridiculous. Friday, I mean, you had all those games, and I'm going, man, it's a lot of damn games. He's doing football, baseball, and everything. And every time I turn around,
yeah,
W, W, W. But anyway, now
yeah. A little 9-3, a little 8-2 nights.
yeah.
Nice.
Well, I was looking at, but I was talking about that UTEP and Jacksonville State. Dude, it's
Yep.
4th and 1. You're averaging, what, 6 yards a carry, and you throw the ball twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Jack. That was a nice call there. I like Jacksonville State a lot. That was an easy one.
You were a little worried, though, weren't you, when they had 4th and 1 driving? You had to be a little worried about overtime or at least them going trying to win, didn't you?
Yeah, on overtime.
Yeah, I was a little
Time
nervous.
change, boys. What's up?
Hey, what's up, BB? What's up, bro?
Hey, high stick Haramus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then you've got your first game there. Even my line is all jacked up. You got the Phillies money line minus 133 today.
Yeah, they're turning it up. I mean, we got 1 month left of baseball season, and the Phillies are in the hunt for that wild card. So this is now when you're going to see these teams, like we were talking about the other day, these teams that are dialed in, they're trying to make the playoffs, and the teams that aren't, you really got to watch who they're pitching, and where they're playing at. Like the Angels are done; they've mailed it in. So the Phillies are a big favorite. Wouldn't be surprised if that game goes over. Angels are going to start bringing up, AAA pitchers, rookies.
Yeah, I saw they put Trout on the IO, and then Otani's obviously just hitting, and so that sucks.
It seems like the White Sox and the Nationals. I mean, just to name a few, the Mets, the Guardians, teams like that. They're going to start bringing these young guys and these draft picks up, even at position players. And when that starts happening, you're going to see these lines in baseball. The over/unders go up, because they're bringing in guys that haven't really played under the lights and on the big show. And there's going to be errors. There's going to be runs scored. There's going to be new pushers. It's going to be you'll see the over-unders are going to start getting higher and higher.
And the favorites are going to be really favored. They're going to be, minus 200, minus 250, all of them.
Yep.
Because they're trying to offset the line. Vegas is going to try to offset it, to making you take the favorite and the over. And they put the line so high on the favorite that if they do lose the over, then they're breaking even.
Yep. Then you've got your Braves money line 227.
Yeah, they're gonna pound the Rockies tonight. Rockies are another one of those teams that have mailed it in. And
Braves have been just money all year. Just might as well take it. Pay the juice. Doesn't matter. You're gonna win. Just take the juice.
I got on them last night, and I shouldn't have. They pitched a rookie last night, and he gave up 5 runs in the 3rd inning. But other than that, they're off. Quick.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've been watching the Braves, dude. Acuna, dude, he's ridiculous, Drew. He is.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, they're winning every series.
Yeah.
You go back and look at it. The Braves, if it's a 4-game series, they're taking 3 out of 4. If it's a 3-game series, they're taking 2 out of 3. And that's what you want to do. You want to win these series every week. You want to win the series, and they don't lose very many series.
Nope, and they're going in a hot streak going into it. You're taking the Yankees minus 103, huh?
Yeah, I do like the Yankees tonight. It's kind of that Tigers. That's an MLB Network game. Tigers, they're just not very good. Both those. I mean, the Tigers are. Let's see, what are they? 15 games under 500. And,
how is Judge so hot and cold? How does he go 3 home runs in a game and then strike out 3 times the next?
Because that's how all of them are. They're just home run hitters. Yep. That's all they all home run hitters now. They want them strike out or hit home runs. That's what they want.
Man, he'd make a hell of a football or freaking hockey player. He's a massive man.
He's a big boy.
Hell, Stanton's worse than him.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. The D-backs, Drew, plus 124.
Yeah, I'm going out on a limb tonight, betting against the Dodgers tonight. Coming back home, and Chavez Ravine was underwater. Maybe that's not just the easy peasy home game, and they're coming off a long road trip. I don't know how dialed in the Dodgers are going to be tonight. We'll see. It's kind of a good spot to take the D-backs, and the D-backs are in the hunt for the playoffs. They're throwing Gallen tonight, and I don't know who Bobby Miller is for the Dodgers, but Zach Gallen's pretty good. I got a pretty good arm for the D-backs.
Yeah, he does. Then of course you're doing Braves Rockies over 12.
Yeah, that's going to be a launching pad tonight.
You're just saying, hey, just go to the game and enjoy home runs. I try to sit in left field. Left or right field?
Sit in left center and bring your glove.
The Nationals and the Blue Jays over 8.
Yeah, another Nationals bringing up rookies. Blue Jays are in the hunt for the playoffs, and that's another launching pad stadium up there. And the Blue Jays have been playing pretty good baseball right now, so they're a team you don't want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they won't. And then the Padres and Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play the under till it loses. I really nothing around. I mean, the Padres almost every game been going under.
Yeah, plus 100 on that. And then, of course, NFL action is officially starting in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, your Cowboys. Yeah, your Cowboys.
Cowboys just owning the internet and the day.
Yep. Cowboys trade 4th-round pick for Trey Lance. Hey, Drew, without consulting Dak.
Yeah, you want to talk about lighting a fire under him. Jerry basically just said, you know what? If you don't make the NFC Championship game this year, we've got Trey Lance. But I think we may just move on.
Yep. We got one more year.
Do you think that might have been one of the worst trades of all time, the Lance trade, like to originally get him, not the one for the Cowboys, obviously.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
Said, well, so, I mean, I looked at it because what they traded 3 first rounds or
yeah, they owned the 12th. They owned the 12th round pick in that draft.
Yeah, and then the Dolphins used those picks to get Tyreek Hill and to get Waddle. And to
that pick went to the Chiefs.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Chiefs traded that.
If you're Dallas, that's a great move for them.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Excellent. I think it's excellent.
I agree 100.
Think they just need to change the scenery. Especially now that they've got Purdy there. Of course, he was disgruntled, and Purdy's moves into his starting spot, and then they're just shifting around. He really never got a chance.
Well, he did, but he broke his leg in the first game.
He did, but now if you're Dallas, you sit there and you light a fire underneath Dak, and if he don't
think that's
perform,
great. Every practice.
Then you can only you sign Trey Lance next year for $5 million, and you open up all that payroll to sign everybody else.
Yep. You only owe him for $5 million. But this is the thing, also, Drew, is that Dak in 2 years they owe him $60 million.
Yeah.
But the also thing is they can't franchise tag him. So to me, it's like there's not Dak is definitely one of the top quarterbacks, but dude, he just can't get it done. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah. And if you're Dallas, you gotta say, hey, if you can't get it done with this team we put around you, all these weapons, this defense probably gonna be the best defense in the league. If you ain't in the NFC Championship game and you go out and lay an egg like you did last year,
the year before.
Yeah, it may be time. And although you use it as a bargaining chip and say, hey, dude, you really ain't out there playing to deserve $60 million.
No, definitely.
I agree.
Just because your name's right, behind that, like on the back side of it, there's a star on the front doesn't mean you deserve $60 million.
Well, I think the problem is
just a crude business move by Jerry Jones.
Yeah, well,
that was awesome.
But I'll say this, but Drew, you did put it pointedly. You said, look, the problem is no Dallas fan thinks Dak is worth $60 million. Okay, nobody thinks that, but at the other time they're like, well, who the hell are you gonna get? And the thing is this: you've had 9 years of him. If you don't, if you don't know by now, he ain't the dude. He is not going to get you where you got to go. Then you need to move on. And Trey Lance,
like that old Simply Red song said, "If you don't know me by now."
Well, I think it was an old school '60s song, R&B song that they remade.
Yeah, I do think though Trey Lance was a hell of an opportunity there to go.
Yeah,
fresh start. He has there's no stress anymore. Over there, he had all the pressure. He can go to Dallas. He can just do whatever he wants to do. He can learn the system.
Well,
he can go beat Dak and drills and earn his way up. And he has.
But Ben, the bottom line is he needs reps.
Yeah,
and
I'd say that trade is probably one of the best ones for Dallas, but the worst for San Francisco. I remember the Chargers did that. They traded a whole bunch of picks for Ryan Leaf back in the day. That was terrible. I know Randy Moss got acquired for a 4th rounder
for the Patriots.
Yep, yep. And
I
then
fall on the side that I think it was a total just lighting a fire underneath Prescott.
I agree,
mean,
I hope so.
100%.
He needs it. That's what we've been
Hey,
talking
as
about.
much as it was a business move, it was hey dude, you better win.
Hey, how about this? Did you see the look on his face when they asked him that question? He
Yeah.
was like,
He's going to be looking over his shoulder, and that's
Hey,
important.
and how good did Will Greer look?
he looked.
I mean,
I like it.
granted it's against second teamers, but man, he that was a nice little audition from somebody else.
I thought he looked pretty good. I was pretty impressed with Will Greer, considering we've watched him at West Virginia and he didn't impress the hell out of us.
Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. Matthew Stafford's wife on her podcast.
Huh?
Everybody shouldn't have a podcast, bro. Anyway, Matthew Stafford's wife said on the podcast that Matthew Stafford is having trouble connecting with the younger players. He was like, back in the day when he was a rookie, whatever, everybody would sit around after their practice and play cards and hang out with each other. He said now as soon as practice is over, they shower, they're immediately on their phones on TikTok or whatever, and they're just individuals.
Well, that needs 36.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 21, 22, 23 or so. I just
like,
thought,
do you want to go like sit and like talk somewhere? And they're like, no.
yeah, I
There's
mean,
not a chance.
what I mean, they don't. It's just
Andy's in L.A. and not Detroit.
Yep, and he's in L.A. on top of that. But you know what? He's right. Back in the day, that's what they did. Sitting around smoking cigarettes and gambling.
Yeah, I saw this.
Playing dominoes in the locker room.
Yep, gambling.
Hang out with the boys. Yeah,
Playing
just, like,
dice.
Have a conversation.
Playing some dice. They were gambling for real. Nobody cared back then.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I saw this bar the other day actually that they make you lock your phone into and you get a key.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you have to lock your phone
lockbox
in there. Yep. And then you can go inside. Like you have to have the key to walk.
Well, to
inside.
me, I have zero problems with look, dude, if you don't come in my place, hey, come in and sit down and talk. If you want to go get on your phone, go somewhere else.
Yeah,
Okay,
sit your shit down.
Just put your
I
rest
think
on.
humans.
it was like a speakeasy or something, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah,
Somewhat like private little speakeasy club that made you do that, where you had a lockbox and you put your phone in the lockbox.
So hey, we're coming here to hang out and engage in conversation and emotion and whether if it's good, bad, spiritually, whatever. We're gonna come in here and talk and not I don't know. That's just connection is very important.
That bar is made for the people on the DL.
That's what.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, it is. But you know what though?
Let's get that right on out.
But you know what though?
Jeez.
We enjoyed that.
I wasn't there.
We enjoyed that autonomy back in the day, where you could
Yeah,
go
man,
do
that's
whatever the
what
hell
I
you
was
wanted to
doing.
do, and you actually had.
I'd probably be in prison.
Hey, there's no. Well, I was talking about, man, the things I used to do back then. Oh man, I'm glad there's no evidence. Ain't that right, Randy? Wright? Ain't that right, Randy, the commander? Randy Wright, the commander. Randy Wright, the commander. Ain't that right? There's no video evidence, right, bro?
No video evidence.
His commanders escaped.
Oh yeah, especially I needed some video of that when I opened the door when the Yukon police came to the door. I need some video evidence of that. Oh man, that's still the greatest line ever. But anyway, Texas announces that C.J. Stroud is going to be their QB1. Is that a shock to you guys?
Nope.
He looked pretty good though.
Yeah, let him go.
He looked pretty good. He looked real good. I thought
some guys
was
need a
impressed.
leash. I don't think he does. I think you got to take some risks right now. You got nothing to lose.
Well, who else are they going to play? I mean, the other guy's terrible.
Yep, Davis Mills.
Yeah, I mean, he's a backup quarterback. He's not a starter.
I don't know why they didn't trade a fourth rounder for Trey Lance.
Yeah, well, Drew.
Probably because they have a fragile rookie quarterback. You trade for Trey Lance, you may lose that kid forever.
Yeah, I think they got Mills, and I think they still got like Case Keenum or somebody like that. I really do think it's like Case Keenum or somebody.
Hey, Drew, did you see that deal? He goes, saw
Keenum's
nothing.
Been on more teams than Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Hey, Drew, did you see the text Randy sent?
What'd he say?
I saw nothing. Yeah, clearly you didn't. Clearly you didn't see anything.
That's awesome.
Okay, here are my week 1 games to watch, Drew, with the early lines. And, of course, we'll get these back next week when you have the correct lines that they're going to be. But these are the early lines.
If you're going to bet these games, make sure you take them right before kickoff because things change.
Yep. So you got...
And shop around. Shop around, too. Don't just go to one place. Go to see the numbers at different places.
Yeah, well, you got... here are the games that I have, Drew, that are worth watching, okay? Lions and the Chiefs, -6.5. Chiefs are clearly.
Give me all that Chief money.
Yeah, over 53.5.
The Chiefs are like known for not covering though. Got to be really careful with the Chiefs.
Well, but this is the deal of one of the NFL news that I didn't cover.
Obviously, that game's in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, they win every game, but they win by like 3 or 4.
Well, but they said, Chris Jones and his agent flew into Kansas City this past weekend, Drew.
In Detroit, notoriously doesn't play very well.
Well, this is the deal. Detroit's going to run it down their throat if Chris Jones is not there. Okay, that game is if he's not playing, that line will change immensely if Chris Jones is not playing. I can promise you that.
Yeah, he's probably a point. He's probably worth a point or a point and a half.
Oh, at least. The Bengals and the Browns plus
I still
2.
think the Chiefs cover because they got Lions aren't going to stop Mahomes.
No, they're not. Their defensive secondary is not that good.
They don't have the juice anymore.
Yep.
Jamal Williams in the back, and then they had the best
terrible.
offense last year in the league, or second best or something like that. It's like
running, running the ball. Bengals and the Browns plus 2.5 over under 47. Drew.
Obviously that's in Cleveland.
Yes.
I'm not looking at it right now. I'm folding close.
Yes, it's Browns.
That's at Cleveland opening day. I'd probably ride the under. I like the under that 47 on opening day.
Yeah. Now we're gonna have you do the real. We're gonna go back and next week we'll get the actual numbers. These are just now.
And the Browns are plus 2.5.
Yeah, Browns plus 2.5.
I'd probably take the Bengals laying the field goal, but I wouldn't put a whole lot. I'll probably be on the under.
Yep, on the under.
McPherson's a hell of a kicker.
Yep,
too.
and then you've got the Niners and the Steelers, which
that's a good game.
Steelers plus 2.5 over under 40.5.
I think they're going to surprise some people this year. I think quarterback's looking good. Pickens to Pickett. Think they're looking good.
It's Pickett to Pickens. It's Pickett to Pickens.
You
do it wrong every time, Ben.
I know I do, and I see it every time. And I'm like, shit, and I just try to keep going. But so them and then Flyer. I like freaking Muth on tight end. They're gonna look really good.
I tell you what,
I think they're gonna surprise some teams.
That's the game. That's the one. The 2 games I really want to watch. That's the main game I want to watch. Is the Niners versus the Steelers.
Every week I get a little more into the Steelers, and I love Tomlin.
I cannot wait for that game.
I think Tomlin's the best
how can
coach.
you like the Steelers? You're a Ravens fan.
No, I don't like them. I'm saying I'm liking them more and more. I'm just saying I like the players. I think they're looking good. Sure. They're changing my mind. I do love Mike Tomlin.
Hey, Drew.
Mike Tomlin is the man.
Hey, Drew, does that mean you start now? You're a Ravens. You're an Eagles fan now because you're a Cowboys. He's a Steeler.
You'll never hear me say that.
I'm just. If it wasn't for Tomlin, I'm telling you, I love Tomlin.
That's hilarious.
He's a leader of men.
He's a leader.
Eagles suck. Might get put on the back of my tombstone.
Oh, then you got the Packers versus the Bears, Drew. Bears minus 3
that's a great opener
at home.
There.
44.5 over under.
Where's that game being played?
In Chicago.
Over. I like the over there.
44.5.
I like the over there. I'm not sure what either one of their defense is going to do this year, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the quarterback play for Chicago. I don't know how good Green Bay's going to be. Green Bay might lay an egg.
I think Jordan Love is going to be better than what you think he is.
Big emotion game. Because I remember, I think it was either last year or maybe the year before when Aaron Rodgers took,
that was last year.
And he goes, and he goes, hey, make sure that this keeps going. Make sure this rivalry keeps going. So I know he obviously expressed that to Jordan Love.
I haven't really had a chance to watch any Jordan Love either.
He looked pretty good.
He looks a lot like Rodgers.
He looked pretty good. He really did. Then, of course, the Raiders versus the Broncos in Mile High, plus 2.5.
Over under game to start the season.
Over under 45.5, Drew. That's a lot of damn points, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
The Broncos' defense is legit. The Broncos' defense is legit.
Yeah, I'd probably stay under on that because I don't know how the Raiders are going to score.
Did the Raiders sign Jacobs back yet?
Yep. 1-year deal, $12 million.
Okay, so then you got Russell on the other side with Sean Payton.
So you got to know. So Raiders got no quarterback. So if they can get oh boy dialed back into the game plan, that you got to figure that they're probably going to try to run the ball the whole time.
Yeah, I think the Broncos defense probably will hold them.
Yep, it's going to be good.
Under might be the play there.
Yeah, under 45.5.
Defense.
Then the Dolphins versus the Chargers. Chargers in SoFi, minus 2.5. Over under 50.5.
The Death Star.
Well, I tell you what, I'd be real tempted to take Miami in the over in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I just think
Only
that
2 points.
two and
I
a half.
love
Two and,
Herbert.
yeah, but they're 2.5 point. The Chargers are 2.5 point favorites because they're at
I
home.
know. That's what I'm saying. You got Dolphins at home. I'd buy that point up to 3 and then take the over. Take the Dolphins at plus the 3 minus 120 and take the over.
Yeah, because that
like that
game
a
right
lot.
there is going to be woo. And I don't know what time it is. And next week, what we'll do is we'll have these
That'll be an
games.
afternoon game. That'll be a 3 o'clock game.
We're
They
going to
still
have
might
it.
land Jonathan Taylor.
We'll tell it when it is too, when it's going to be. Yeah. They still might get Jonathan Taylor. I still think he should have ended up with the Cowboys.
I hope they do. I damn sure hope he don't go to Philly.
I think that's what I'm saying. He needs to end up with the Cowboys.
They even talked about Kansas City. I'm like, no.
He's not going to Kansas City.
Do not let that happen.
He's not going to Kansas City. That's not. That would. No, he's not going to Kansas City. Eagles at the Patriots plus 4.5. The Patriots are plus 4.5. Over under 45. Drew.
Yeah, I tell you what, if the Eagles don't go in there and work the Patriots, then I tell you all this hype's for nothing. Because I tell you what, everything I've seen, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl. They better not go out and lay an egg first week to the Patriots.
I think the Eagles will cover that.
Well, you know what though. Yeah, that's but the whole
really
thing
like
is
Jalen Carter.
but the whole thing is this: the Patriots and Bill Belichick. The first time you face him, it's something about him and these guys.
He's had basically 5 weeks to prepare for Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, well, man. That's
he's gonna send them ghosts out there.
We're gonna see
balls and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Cowboys.
I normally don't bet on the Eagles because I hate them. So I just root for them to lose.
So you just take the Patriots, the Eagles.
I just play the under. Hopefully,
it's 45. Yeah. Cowboys, Giants. The Giants are plus 3 over under 46 and a half.
Give me the Cowboys in the under.
I'll take the Cowboys on that one.
Yeah.
You taking the under too, Ben?
I don't know. I think Danny Dimes is gonna restructure their offense a little bit.
That defense for Dallas is legit.
Yeah, they're good, and I think they're gonna play. I think Danny Dimes is gonna run a lot. I'm gonna put it over on his rushing yards.
Well, the thing is this with the Cowboys defense, their backups can play. God dang, man!
They're and what you're gonna see in that game too, I think that's Sunday Night Football too. I think what you're gonna see is that over-under line is going to creep. It'll be 48 and a half by game time.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I just think, and I love Saquon. I think there's going to be a little bit of points, but I do love the Cowboys defense, especially their secondary. I think their secondary is probably the best in the league. So I'd go with that, but I will take the Cowboys on that one, and I'll see what over-under when it comes.
Yep. Then you got the Bills and the Jets. The Jets are plus 1.5. They're plus 1.5 in New York. Over under 47.
Over for sure for me.
That Jets defense is legit, dude.
They're both good.
Yeah, 47 points is not a lot of points, though. Really, is it?
Sauce Gardner's gonna be on Diggs over there. Then we got and I really love if you're watching Hard Knocks. It's hard not to like Quentin Williams and guys like that. It's really difficult not to. But I just think Aaron. I don't know about the spread, but I think there's going to be points scored.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to beat Buffalo first game out on a new team. I'll take Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I think I'd take Buffalo in the win, but I do like the over 47.
It may go over.
Yeah, I think the over is good, but I think the Buffalo will still win. The 1.5 is kind of strange because I could see it being a 1-point game or a 2-point game. So it's kind of 3's kind of my swing vote. So I don't know, but I would take the Bills. And I'll probably take the over on that one.
Oh yeah, well you take the over on that one?
Yeah, I'd say 47. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Buffalo,
of course
Buffalo gets a lot of them overs.
Then of course Big 12 this weekend starting up.
Got some good stuff.
I got Illinois versus KU, and then what we have to do, Drew, Wednesday or Thursday we'll do this, and that way I'm gonna send you this so you can do our scores on, get the bet lines up, who's going to take what. And I'm going to have to put in OU and Texas even though they're still there. I just left out anybody that wasn't.
6 games Thursday.
Yeah, I left out what I'm saying. Well, I know we have a bunch of. I'm talking about. I left out OU and Texas off the Big 12
Right.
thing, because they're really not Big 12. They're SEC to me. They're really.
Yeah, they
I mean,
bought
I
out.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
they're done. But Illinois versus KU Friday night, ESPN2. Who do you like right off the top of your head?
Man, right off the top of my head, I'll take Illinois. But KU's got a hell of a quarterback. But
Yeah.
Illinois is going to be pretty good this year.
I'll tell you what.
I
That
think
new. How about that
I'm
new?
taking Kansas.
How about that new stadium? They're opening up the new stadium. That thing is nice.
Beautiful.
Well, Bielema's got a fifth year senior at quarterback. They got the running back coming back. They got a good defensive line. That offensive line is huge. I mean, Illinois is a Big Ten. They're a typical Big Ten team. They're going to run it down KU's throat. If KU can't stop the run, they're in trouble.
Yep,
I really
agree.
like Jalen Daniels though on the
I do.
Kansas for quarterback. I think he's fantastic. He might have
Where's
that
that
impact
game
with RG3.
At
He's
KU,
great.
that's what I'm saying. They're opening up the new
He's
stadium.
great. He's a great quarterback,
Hey.
and if he has that RG3 effect, if he can just take over a game here and there,
Yep.
I really do. I do like Kansas in this game, but it's going to be close.
6:30 p.m. ESPN2 on Friday night. Then of course Saturday, Northern Iowa versus Iowa State.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
That Northern Iowa, for whatever reason, they play that in-state game like it's their Super Bowl.
Yep.
I've seen those games be so low scoring. What's the early line in that game?
Well, there's not one yet. I'm gonna send this to you so this on Thursday you can do them.
Hold on, I can tell you what it is.
and, I mean Iowa State just stinks. Honestly, I mean they need a bunch of changes on the defense. I mean probably one of the worst in the nation last year.
Yeah.
So I think if they win 4 games, they're going to be lucky this year.
Yep.
But this is going to be a tough one because, like he said, Northern Iowa plays this game like it's it's the only thing that matters their whole season.
Yeah. Did you get it, Drew?
I'm on it. Go, keep going. I'll
yeah. But Northern Iowa, Drew is right. They played them and Iowa really, really tough.
Yep.
It's really weird how
they're just pricks
it's
to
like
play against.
it's almost like Tulsa.
We're not going to roll over.
They're like Tulsa, same type deal.
Tulsa always everybody
plays them tough
I
for
love
whatever
it.
reason. Yeah, it's crazy how they do that.
It's Northern Iowa and Iowa State, right?
Yes.
What time does that game go?
1:00, ESPN Plus.
On Saturday?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look. Let me see here. 1:00. Arkansas State, 11 a.m. Well, I don't even see it here. I don't even see a line in that game.
Yeah,
that'll be an alternate line. That'll probably be an alternate line.
Yeah, explain what an alternate line is, Drew, for people.
So
who
an
don't
alternate line, if you got a Division I team playing a Division II or 3A school, Vegas won't put a release line until usually the day of, and it's an alternate line because it's either there's not a whole lot of information on one of those teams.
And by the way, you better be on your stuff because you're going to have somebody really paying attention to what you're going to be doing, Drew, from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Following your bets, just a FYI.
Come on.
Eastern Kentucky versus Cincinnati, 2:30 on ESPN Plus.
Cincinnati, it's going to be, I think, a tough season. Losing Luke Fickell was
but
massive.
they got the big boy and they got the big defensive side. He's a beast.
I know. I think they have a great defense, and I think they're probably going to have the best defense in the Big 12 this year. I mean, you got names all over the list: Briggs, Dan, Dingle, Jones, Anderson Jr. All these guys in the back end. These guys are going to be freaking good, and like just the defensive side of the ball. I'm just scared about them scoring points.
Yeah, losing the coach too is going to maybe matter.
That's huge. Especially, I mean, I like him going to Wisconsin too. That was a great call for him. I think. I mean, obviously, you got to pay raise.
So
and I think
Kansas does not play Illinois Friday night. They play Missouri State.
Well, why does it says on my thing here? It had Illinois versus Kansas.
Missouri State, I like KU even more.
Illinois plays. They're playing Toledo.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get that fixed then. How about Southeast? How about
State on Friday night?
How about Southeast Missouri versus?
Yeah, now I'm taking Kansas for sure.
Yep, Southeast Missouri versus Kansas State.
There it is. Versus Kansas State. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, Will Howard's coming back for Kansas State. I like that. They have a great front line. I think they only gave up a handful of sacks last year. And I think he's going to have plenty of time in the pocket, make some great plays. He's fun to watch. I think Kansas and Kansas State both getting able to
Hey,
with this vacuum of power coming out with Texas and OU going. Kansas State are jumping right in.
Yep.
Kansas State's got an outside chance to run the table in the Big 12. Won't surprise me if they got.
I think they're going to be in there against Texas in the final. I think it's going to be Texas Kansas State.
Yeah. What about Central Arkansas versus Oklahoma State?
Well, I mean, I don't. You can just pretty much name a score there if you're Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bypass that.
They just need to figure out their QB thing. They just need to figure it out.
I know we'll get it. He says he's gonna play multiple quarterbacks. I'm just like, dude, that's just stupid.
That line, you probably won't have a number on that game until probably day of or the night before.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that defense has a lot of holes in it too for Oklahoma State. Losing Thomas Harper, I think he went to Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken. He was on the back end. I think he was a safety.
They lost.
Arkansas won't expose that though.
No, UTSA versus Houston at Houston on FS1 Saturday night.
Give me Houston. Oh, that Houston.
Yep, I like Houston on this one.
Yeah,
I like that guy.
Plus 1.5 at home.
And I'm gonna take Nelson Caesar for a sack as well.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of reporting on Houston this year, guys.
Man, Dana Holgerson better look out. He's on the hot seat.
Yeah,
we're in Houston.
Yeah,
coaching Houston, Dana Holgerson. He needs to look out. He's on the hot seat. He's got to win some games.
They're gonna have to give him a little time because now that they're in the Big 12, he can. That's a whole new recruiting pitch for him.
Yep, and remember he was at Oklahoma State and at West Virginia, so he knows the Big 12 really, really well. So I think he's pretty good.
That'll be an interesting thing to watching them do that.
Yep, Texas State at Baylor. Baylor should just they'll beat the brakes off them, but Texas State is usually pretty competitive.
Bowl game, Baylor, but they got to win games like this.
They're gonna make a bowl game. Baylor's gonna make a bowl game.
So
yeah, they are.
They're going to be close.
Texas Tech at Wyoming.
We've talked about that now. Watch out for Wyoming in that game.
Yeah,
that's a tricky little game for Texas to open it up against those teams.
Yeah, those Cowboys don't mess around.
Wyoming pretty much owned the back end of Nebraska and South Dakota and Colorado, getting a lot of good recruits out of those three states. They've kind of secretly compiled a decent team.
Yeah, Texas State, that Red Raiders, they just roll the football. They just spin the pill and just keep going. They're going for 60 yards every play.
Yeah, and then, of course, West Virginia versus Penn State.
That'll be a good game. That game's going to be a lot closer than people think.
More than
and right now, I think it's here. I can tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah, because you were all over there when we talked about this a couple weeks ago, Drew.
Yeah, I really do think that Neil Brown, his seat's a little hotter than Dana Holgerson. I think Neil Brown's got it's a prove-it season for him. He's going to get fired if he doesn't start, getting some wins.
Penn State laying 21.5 in a backyard brawl. I'll be all over West Virginia.
Yeah,
21.
That's going to be such a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. Then Sam Houston at BYU.
Yeah, give me BYU minus 20. They'll throttle Sam Houston.
Yep, and then of course, Drew.
I'll take the Fighting Mormons on that one.
And then of course, Drew, who do you like? Well, of course, I didn't have it on here, but I will this week. Is the biggest game in college football, Colorado at TCU.
I can't believe they put that on Big Noon Saturday. I mean, I was caught a little bit of a little sports talk show this morning, and they had a guy that. He does a lot of Pac-12 stuff on there, and he was like, these networks with all these promos with prime time, and he's like, boy, if Colorado just stinks, you're gonna have some people losing a lot of money, and people turning TVs off halfway through the second quarter when Colorado's down 42-0.
Colorado's not that. Their quarterback is pretty good, dude. They're going to score points.
I'm telling you, they could get beat and get beat bad.
I don't think Colorado.
They're TCU against Nebraska.
I don't think TCU is good as everybody says.
I'll lay 20.
And the other thing is Colorado's quarterback and their receiving core is better than what people they've got.
They don't have an offensive line,
but their line. That's what I'm saying. The defense is what the issue is. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, but I don't think they're going to get blown out by 40 or nothing like that.
They're not going to be able to protect the passer. Their offensive line is terrible. He's going to be running for his life.
Well, I think they already know that.
Good thing he can run fast.
Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah.
He's more of a thrower than he is a runner. He's one of those guys that he scrambles to throw. He scrambles to throw. He's not, dude. He's pretty. He's legit. He's no joke. He's good. He's pretty good.
You're not playing Division III football anymore.
Drew, he's still. I mean, I know that you don't like Colorado, but you got to get that boy. It don't matter where you play. They said the same thing about Steve McNair. And then what did the Johnny Unitas said? Hell, it don't matter where the hell you play at. If you throw for 5,000 yards, you can play. It don't matter where you play. So, and you look at Josh Allen. What I'm just saying is, you look at Josh Allen. It doesn't matter where you play. If you can play, you can play. And his son can play, whether you like Colorado or not. And he's got weapons. Now, Drew's point about the offensive line, whether they can protect him, yes, that's going to be up for debate, 100%. But like I said, I think they're going to win 5 games. That's my goal. Wow. That's my thing.
And I've been on record. They're going to be lucky to win 3.
Yep. Well, you said 2.
Yeah, that's what I said. Lucky to win 3.
And Ben is right there on your side, so we ain't gonna even ask him because whatever you agree.
I'm going around 3. I think they'll get 3.
Well, yeah, Vegas has got it 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's a tight, because I can, it's all about, that's why they roll the football out there for you to play. I
think they're going to win. They're going to beat some teams they're not supposed to beat, like Nebraska.
It's going to be tough.
They're going to beat Nebraska.
You think they beat Nebraska? Are you going to bet them on that? What are you guys betting?
I just did that just to irritate Drew. I did that for one reason, Ben. Come on. You notice why I didn't respond. You notice that's why you didn't say nothing.
No, I was like, oh man, I thought we were gonna get something in there. I thought it was gonna be
that's why he didn't speak. That's why he said he's ignoring me. Well, never mind.
Oh no, he was talking about how.
Hey man, why you gotta throw me under the bus, bro? It's my show. Hey, this is my show. Why you throwing me under the bus, bro? I need to cut you off right now.
The game of the week is Nebraska and Minnesota Thursday night. The Big Red is rolling into town.
Nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching that, man. Nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching that big Nebraska.
Don't bet against the Big Red Thursday.
Nobody's betting against them, man. They're gonna get beat by Colorado in week 2. That's all I know. So, that being said,
if they do, I may have to go into hiding. I tell you what, if they get beat by Colorado, that's a bad loss in that school.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're 14-point favorite right now.
That's hilarious. But that reminds me, and we're going to talk about this real quick, and then we're going to go. What was your thoughts about the young man dying with the gun violence stuff at Choctaw?
My, Josh Harris still. You know him from the bar.
You mean? You talking about me?
He's got dreads. Yeah.
Yeah.
He sings all the time.
Yeah, Josh, Big Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing a little donation thing for it. I'll send you the link or whatever, so we can put it maybe on tomorrow when we talk about it. But
okay.
Yeah, I thought he's been doing it because he ran for Congress and stuff, and just fell short just a little bit. But yeah, for the Democratic side and all that stuff. But he was raising money for all that kind of stuff, and I've been trying to do my reading on it, but I just don't know enough about it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Well, I was there Saturday morning when one of the guys that was there was actually at the game, and he was walking towards there, and I was telling Drew that the other guy with him had to go to the bathroom, so because he was with his 2 daughters, the other guy was with his 2 daughters, and he stopped and said, let me go to the bathroom, and as soon as he came out of the bathroom, within 10 seconds, the shots rang off, and had he not had to go to the bathroom, him and the 4 girls, those 2 guys and their 4 daughters would have been right there in the middle of it.
Jeez.
Now, how crazy is that? So
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's a bad deal. But anyway, hey guys, appreciate y'all. Y'all be good today. Drew, what you got going on today at DT Construction?
And we're out hustling today. We got some paint jobs going. We got a little fiber optic job going. We're doing a little bit of everything today. It's finally got a break in the weather, and these guys can actually get out and not burn up in the heat and try to get some stuff accomplished this week. So, but we're not too busy to take on new jobs. If you're out there, you need something, give me a shout. 405-209-4051.
That's my guy.
On the books.
Yeah, Drew Henthorne, DT Construction and Consulting. What about you, Ben? High State Harry, what you got going on? You ain't out playing. You're clearly not out doing on the ice. Find your pond out there to skate on.
Not today, but I was thinking about going to skate in the next couple of days. But yeah, I got to go. Got to do a little bit of yard work and then just hanging out with the pups.
By the way, how's the missus?
Tonight.
How's the missus?
Got some. Oh, she's doing good. I just tell her 1% better every day, and she's we have her follow up on Thursday to see if she can get out of that damn sling, which I don't think she's going to be able to. But I got some nice New York strips marinating. Got some corn on the cob about to go on. Got some baked potatoes. So we're gonna have a good
Where's
day.
my invite?
Yeah, well, I didn't get an invite either. Hey, Drew, when
Yeah.
are you? Hey, Drew, when are you gonna do some tomahawks at the house?
Hey, it's coming. It's coming. Cowboys games are coming.
Dude, yeah, because I mean, you boy, Drew. I haven't had your grills yet, Ben, but
I'll
I tell you
chip in,
what,
holler at me.
Drew don't be joking around, man. He don't be playing, man,
Nope.
on the grill.
Nope.
He
No,
is
no,
the
no
master.
games
He
on
don't be
that
playing.
grill. No games on that grill.
There's no games on that. So anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Cheers, buddy.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
That's guy Drew Henthorn, HuskerDrewPicks.com, and my guy Ben Dillman. Appreciate those
Cheers,
guys
boys.
being
Have a good
on.
one.
Everybody else, hey, enjoy this beautiful, cool afternoon.
Outside.
It's
Ooh,
nice
might
outside.
have to go slide 9 holes in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might have to do it.
Yeah, we'll be playing Friday morning or Wednesday morning. We were trying to get a game together, but his first is he couldn't get a tee time to 8:45. I'm like, that's way too late. I can't play at 8:45 because by the
Yeah, I
time
gotta
we
play
get
at,
done,
like,
I got to play at 7:45.
I gotta play like 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I said I can't play at 8:45, because by the time we get done, it'll be 1 o'clock, and I won't have time. Especially on Wednesday, we're gonna be at Rococo's this Wednesday. So
Yeah, I usually just slide in with some gray-haired whites and kind of hang out with them. Whatever, hang out. No, what? Play a little scramble.
Oh my God, man! Only you, man. Only you. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all, and everybody
Cheers,
else.
buddy.
Hey, have a